We'll start seated. I'm gonna set my knees like this, but you can start in a cross-legged position, whatever is most comfortable. Just simply seated. And then take your hands and just rest them on your knees or your thighs. Close your eyes. And take this first few minutes or so to drop into this space. Check in with your breath, your body, your mind. Where are you at right now? And not just physically, but mentally. Where are we at? Without changing anything, just start to arrive, to be right here on your mat in this space with your breath. Deepen your breath in and out through the nose. And see if we can put a little bit of heat to it. And in today's practice, I'm not going to ask that you follow the breath or match your breath to your movement. Instead, check in with your breath and make sure we're breathing fluidly, deeply throughout our movements. And at any time during our practice, as we move, one check-in point for you is to know that you should be able to pause or stop at any time. And we'll do that frequently today. So let's let go of anything not serving us in this moment. Bring our attention to right here. And we'll keep our starting movement simple. Take your chin down to your chest and rock your head side to side. You can make half circles or full rotations with the head and the neck, starting to get rid of any tension in the shoulders, the back of the body, upper body. All right, and bring your head back up to the center, just neutral. So you can blink the eyes open. One of the movements we'll do a lot today is a lot with the spine. So this rolling motion back and forth. We'll start with cat and cow seated. So we open up the arms, getting used to this expansion of the chest. Exhale as you round it forward, reach forward. And then take it back and forth. Like you're hugging a big tree and then opening and expanding, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And focus on a few areas of the back that usually are a little more tight. Usually that thoracic spine where the rib cage is. It's helpful to protect yourselves, but we also want a little mobility in there. And we'll do it one more time. And then as you come forward, take your hands forward to the hands and knees, shift forward, rolling over your legs and stacking the knees under the hips and arms, hands under shoulders, and continue that motion, cat and cow, on the hands and knees, arching the back and then rounding, finding even more movement at the very top and the very bottom. Again, not necessarily following that breath, but moving in a way that helps support that fluid breath. So you might take an extra hold or switch up the inhales and the exhales from what you usually do. All right, bring it back to more of a simple neutral position. Plant the hands down into the ground. Round the back and press upwards with the shoulder blades. So you're separating the shoulders and pulling the heart in. This is a movement called Cobra hood. So imagine this, well, a cobra, a snake, this rounded back, this dome shape of the chest. Hold it there. Tuck the toes under, knees are still under the hips. And looking in between the thumbs, lift the knees about an inch off the floor. Pause. Keeping the right knee just hovering above the ground, extend that left leg straight back, lift it off the floor. Only here for a few seconds. And then switch it. Left knee hovers right above the floor. You'll start to feel the quads come alive in that core. Extend the left leg, right leg straight back. The other leg straight back. Knee is still an inch off the floor. And then let's take it back down. Both knees hover above the floor. Keep pressing and lifting this little posterior tilt of your tailbone. So you're hugging the belly in. Trying to point the tailbone down. Good, then take the knees down, sit back in child's pose, extend the arms. Reach as long as you can. Really find that active child's pose as you press the pinky fingers into the floor, forehead down towards the floor. Good. Planting those hands, tuck the chin. We're going to lift slowly, shifting forward. So we round the back, much like where we came from, but keep the hands extended in front of you, rounding, tuck the chin, and keep rolling forward, rounding that back as much as you can, pressing into the hands until you find that plank pose, kneeling on the floor. Hug the elbows in and slowly lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm going to show you the movement we do, but you may not do this movement. It takes a long time to learn sometimes. Just going to show it to you. It's called a Cobra roll, tucking the toes. So 2 options. Number 1, press to an up dog. Number 2, tuck the toes, lift the hips, press into the hands, roll through the spine to get to an up dog. So again, number 1, press it up. Number 2, tuck the toes, booty lifts, flatten the feet, press into the hands, strong tricep activation, tuck the chin, roll like a snake. You can try it. I usually tell people it takes like 5 classes to get that. We can practice that though. We'll do a few drills to get into that. So we'll come to up dog. You can be kneeling or off the knees. Look down. Press into the hands, hug the shoulders forward, cobra hood. Press a little more and rolling from the upper back to the lower back. We're making our way slowly to downward facing dog. But take your time with it. It's a good place just to hang out. 10 seconds or 10 breaths to get there, maybe. Just a slow roll. It's called rolling wave. Okay, once we get to down dog, so let's come all the way, lift the hips up and back, pedal the feet, bend the knees one at a time. Maybe shift from side to side. All right, pressing that heart towards the knees. Let's keep the feet hip distance apart. Press into the fingertips, tuck the chin. Lift the heels high so your tailbone's lifting into the sky. Right? Heels up, tuck the chin. Pull the lower belly in and slowly bring it forward to plank pose once again. Plank pose, but keep pressing into the hands, creating that space between the heart and the floor. Once you find this high plank, pressing strong through the fingers, hug the elbows in and lower straight to the ground. So you try that again. Cobra roll, tuck the toes, lift the hips, tuck the chin, and wave through the spine to get to up dog. Okay. Look down, press into the hands, take it slowly back to downward facing dog. Awesome. All right, this first one from this downward facing dog, look forward and bend the knees. Step to the outsides of the hands. Bend the knees, sit low into a squat position, hands to the heart. Palms press, elbows to the knees, shift from side to side. And then lengthen the legs, hands down to the floor, forward fold. Let's heel toe those feet in, either touching or just a little bit farther apart. Hands on the shins, press into the hands, lengthen the back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Do it again, half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. And last time, forward fold. Roll yourself up, tucking the chin, arms hang long. Head is the last thing that comes up. Palms open, reach up. Connect those hands at the top. And then bend the elbows, open the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together, hips forward. Good, reach it back up, inhale, straight up and down with the body. Exhale, open the arms and forward fold. Diving down, take your time. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands down. And if there's your own way to get to chaturanga up dog, awesome. Or we can go to the ground, step or jump back, lower down. Cobra or cobra roll to up dog or cobra pose. Downward facing dog, but we look down slowly, take it back, not just on one exhale, but like through at least 3 deep breaths. And you'll flip over the toes whenever works for you. Right, instead of stepping forward, bend the knees and look forward. Preparing to jump or float, land lightly into that squat. Bend the knees, exhale, lift, and land. Hands to your heart, elbows to the knees. Hands to the ground, lengthen the legs. Feet come a little closer together. We've got 2 half lifts. Inhale, look at the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Do it again, kind of like a wave, like lengthen. Exhale, lower. Bend the knees and take it up, rolling slowly. Reach up. Back bend, exhale, elbows bent, or your version of a back bend standing. Back to standing up, inhale, reach tall. Exhale, forward fold. Open the arms, hinge at the hips, take it down. Half lift, inhale. Plant the hands, bend the knees. We can jump or hop or step back. Your version of your vinyasa or our Budokon Yoga version of vinyasa with our cobra roll or up dog. Good, look down and roll yourself slowly, like you're rolling a penny or a quarter or something down your spine. Take your time to get to downward facing dog. This is where the heat happens, the core work. Those transitions, we slow them down. Remember, we should be able to step or pause at any time. One more time, look forward. This is called floating frog. We're gonna try to float like frog into our squat. Looking forward, exhale, heels to your backside, slowly lower down, or lightly land in some way. Hands come in, elbows to the knees, little shift. Good, then take the hands to the floor, lengthen the legs, feet come together. One time, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Roll up, this will be the last one, and then we're moving on. Roll yourself up. Arms reach up overhead. Bent elbows, exhale, heart open. Inhale up, rise, and fold forward. Good, look forward, preparing with that half lift. Exhale, hands down, step or hop back. Lower to the ground or halfway in chaturanga. Cobra roll or cobra or to up dog. Sort of went through that quickly, that's okay. Let's press down, look down slowly, take it back to down dog. So we're not rushing, never for this transition. Good, hold in your downward facing dog. When you get there. Okay, we're gonna get off the hands for a few rounds. Let's do this very slowly. This is gonna be the theme for today. Let's first draw the big toes to touch. So you're in a triangle from your hands to your feet. And then let's lift the heels, both of them. Then lift the right leg up, but slowly rise, no effort, no momentum. That's what I mean, no momentum. Keep the left heel lifted. Bend the right knee a lot. Then take that right knee forward to the midline of the body. Hug the knee towards the nose. Shift forward, hold it. Knee in between the elbows. Then look forward, flex the right foot and step between the hands. Yes, low lunge. Fingertips on the ground. Make a fist with your right hand like you're just punching the ground. Then we pull up, pull that right elbow straight up into a twist. Look up past that right elbow. We're pulling back a bow in a bow and arrow, or an arrow in a bow. Good. Then look down towards the left hand. Make a fist with your left hand and rise up. This is our archer lunge. Yep, you can get bouncy with it. In fact, keep your arms as they are. Jump, switch. Switch back. Good, from this twisted elbow up at shoulder height, open to warrior two, right hand shifts forward, left hand back, back heel down. We can adjust the feet a little bit. Right palm is facing upward, upward. As if we're going to a reverse warrior, not yet though. Come back to the archer lunge. Make fist, bring it back, pull back, right elbow back, soft bend in the back knee. Then warrior two, get used to that movement. One more time, back heel lifts, pull that right elbow back. Warrior two. Looking forward, straighten the right leg, shift so your legs are facing, or the feet are facing the back, bend the left knee, but keep looking forward at the right hand. Got it? Then press the walls away. Turn the fingers towards the left. Good. And lean towards that right leg. Block. Yeah. Someone's gonna come up to you and so you gotta block them. This is a very martial arts inspired yoga practice, by the way. Good, and then take your hands to your heart. Just hands together. Turn the left toes more at a diagonal towards the back diagonal corner of the room. Bend the left knee a lot, side lunge. You can even touch that left elbow towards that left knee. Then take the hands to the ground, sit down. Sit down. Good, and you might bring that left foot a little closer to your right side. That just helps bring it in there. Right hand, let's reach it way back, behind to the floor. Left hand reaches straight up, hips up. Reach straight up or towards that right wall. And then like you're guarding your face, turn your palm upwards and lower back down, sit down. Do that again. Lift hips up, reach. It's a bridge pose of sorts. Lower back down. One more time. Lift those hips. Blade of the right foot on the ground, pressing or kicking. Lower back down. Shift forward, use that right hand to help you to lift up. You might use those hands a little bit to get on the ball of the foot. Press into the left leg, lift and shift to the front, warrior two, lift up. But then reach way forward, as far as you can. Look forward. Right palm facing up. Yep, palm up, bend the back knee, lift off. The version of half moon, except our arms are forward and back. So balance. We've got this ledge here, it's really helpful. If you don't have a ledge, keep reaching. Look towards that right hand, look to where you're aiming. And then step back, warrior two. Reach way forward. A slow circle, hands come down to frame that right foot. Right hand to the outside, left hand to the inside. Pick up the back heel. Press into the hands, bend the right knee to nose. Good. And back to single leg down dog. Lift it high. Place that right foot down on the floor. Good. Feet hip distance. Lift the heels up high, tuck the chin. Pull the lower belly in as you shift forward to that plank pose, but we're going to roll forward to plank pose. Slow roll. And lower to the ground all the way, hug the elbows in. Flatten the feet. Press to up dog or use that booty lift for the Cobra roll. I'm just gonna press here today for that one. And then from up dog, look down. Round the shoulders, Cobra hood in the chest and shoulders, and make your way back to downward facing dog. Nice slow motion. And then bring your feet together, big toes touch. We've got the other side. On a 10 count, lift the heels and lift your left leg for 10, 9, should not be halfway up yet, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, keep that right heel lifted, creating a lot of space. Bend the left knee. Shift it forward, knee comes to the center, knee to nose. Hug the knee up towards the heart. Maybe kiss the knee. And flex the left foot. Look forward, step between the hands. Low lunge, you might inch the back foot a little farther. Fingertips down, lengthen through the crown of the head, through that spine. Make a fist with your left hand like you're punching the ground. And then draw that left elbow straight up, twist it. Look towards that left elbow. Keep the big toe of that left foot pressing to the ground. And then look down. Rise all the way, making fists with the hands. We've got our archer lunge. We've got soft back leg. It's bouncy. Remember, you got a jump switch. Again, step, step, or jump switch. Nice. Open to warrior two. Left hand forward, right hand back. Back heel spins down. Look forward, palm, left palm up. Do that 2 times back and forth. Archer lunge, back heel, lifts, left elbow pulls back. Warrior two. Try to stay level with the head so we don't come up at all. Do that one more time. Then open up. Switch the leg, straighten the left leg, back toes. We'll point more toward the corner, towards the props, bend the right knee. So not quite the opposite warrior two. Good, then press the walls away. Try to keep them from pushing in. Turn the fingers towards the right side of the wall, right where your gaze is. And then lean and tilt, left hand towards your left foot, right hand up. Someone's coming from the top, coming from the bottom, block them. You've got blade hands. Then bring the hands into your heart. Right elbow to right knee, we start to sink down. Then take your hands down as needed so we can sit close to the right heel. Scooch that right foot in a bit towards the body. Left hand reaches back, a generous reach back. Right arm lifts up as the hips rise, press into that left hand. Reach the right hand towards the left wall. Then lower back down. Again, reach up, lift up. And then blocking your face or guarding yourself, palm facing up and hand next to your face, lower down. One more time, rise and lift. Lower back down. And press into that left hand, shift forward. Using those hands, get on the ball of the right foot. Lift, press, shift to the front. Arms open. We start with that shift, reach way forward as far as you can. Bend the back knee just a little bit, rise, lift off. Straighten the legs, point the feet. I forgot to tell you about the demi point. So like you're kicking through the ball of your foot. It's not a flex, not a point. It's right in between. Spread the toes and reach. Gaze forward towards that left hand at your aim. Yes, the longer you reach, the more stable you'll become. And slowly step back, bend the left knee. Warrior two. Reach forward, almost like side angle. Left hand goes to the outside of the foot. We continue moving, right hand down towards the floor. Pick up the back heel, low lunge. Bend the left knee, heels towards your backside, knee to nose. And take it to single leg down dog, extending that left leg up high behind you. And then lower the leg down to the ground. And then take the knees down. Sit back. Okay, lifting up onto your heels. Need to check in. How's it going? Is that right? Okay, we're going slow enough? Okay, awesome. I'm actually going a little faster than we should be going, but doing our best. So we're gonna go through that without the back and forth, and I'm gonna show you quick, just as a recap, what it looks like, just so you can see from this side. From a fast perspective, bend the knee, lift, step forward. Archer lunge, warrior two, high drop stance, double block, sit, warrior's bridge, lower back down, bring it across, lift, and we're back down, okay? So if it doesn't look all ballet-like, that's okay. So we'll try that one more time. So from here, hands down, step back, plank pose. Tuck the chin, press into the hands, and take it back to downward facing dog. Big toes touch, take them together. Right leg rises, at the same time lift the left heel to get high. Demi point the feet, or floint as some people say, demi point. Bend the right knee, it's called chambering, chamber the leg. Draw the right knee forward, shifting your entire body, shoulders go over the fingertips. Flex the right foot, step between the hands. Make a fist with that right hand, pull the elbow up. Twist, look down, rise up for your archer lunge, back knee is soft. We're not gonna jump this time, open to warrior two, right hand forward, left hand back. As you shift the legs, you can make a little cross at your heart, shift the legs, block, right hand towards the right leg, left hand up towards the back wall. Then turning those toes a little more towards the gaze, left toes. Hands at your heart, you can push away as you sit down, or use your hands to sit in this knee up position, adjust that left foot. Right hand sweeps back, plant down, left hand reaches up, hips high. This little back bend. Sit back down. On the inside of the left knee, shift forward. Take that right hand, make a big circle from the back to the front. Shift and then take off right away to flying warrior, we call this. Good, step back to warrior two. Reach forward and hands come down. Right side and then left side. Low lunge, back heel lifts, press into the hands, core strength activated. Hug the knee in, heel towards the backside, single leg down dog. Lift it up and back. Good, and place the foot back down on the floor. Great job, following along. I'm watching under my peripherals. Let's take that left leg right away, lift it, rise. Other side. Lift the right heel, bend the left knee. Heel to the sit bone, keep the knee pointed down. And knee shifts forward as you round the back, press into the hands. Good. Look forward, flex the foot, step, low lunge, soft step. Make a fist with that left hand, lift the elbow. It's kind of a twist. Soften the back knee as you rise. Make fists with both hands. Open to warrior two. Left palm faces up, right palm faces down. Shifting in the legs, you can cross near your heart. Shift the feet, open up, left hand towards left foot, right hand towards the sky. Blade hands pressing. Then hands to your heart, but you press away as you sit. Press, reach forward, sit. Yeah, perfect. Adjust that right foot, left hand goes way back, sweep it around, right arm up as the hips rise. Reach it back, palm down. Sit back down, guarding the face with your right hand. Shift forward on the inside of that right leg, of course. And we take our left hand, do a big circle around from the back to the front. Shifting, lift off. Hold it. Breathe, focus on the reach and the gaze. Good, then step back, warrior two. Reach forward, lean into it. Left hand comes down to the outside of the foot. Right hand follows like a slow setting sun. Back heel lifts. Bend the left knee and extend back to single leg down dog. And lower the foot back to the floor. Nice job. Good, look forward. We are moving on. We get to sit down from here, but it's a jump through, step through or float through to boat pose. Bend the knees, look forward. As you exhale, jump, step, float, throw. Somehow roll forward. Get the legs forward. Go, bend the knees. Good, shoulders back. Heart lifted. Let's just add a little more core strength because that's what builds heat, and it's feeling good to sweat this out today. Lower and hover right above the floor. Okay, lift up. Anyone have any spine things going on? Okay, so doing this is not going to be a problem. It's okay. Okay. Not that we actually don't want to use full momentum, but stay in boat pose while you watch this, please. So boat pose, right? So what we're gonna do is come down, legs go back. So if they don't go all the way back to a plow pose, that's okay. We can simply stay here. Bending one knee, the ankle's gonna come to the outside, the back of the knee. Roll forward into this stance right here. We lift, and we're just gonna do that. So, okay, take it down all the way. So let's just lay flat on the floor. Cool, good place. Let's not do plow pose today. Let's try this just with legs up the wall. So legs connect, they squeeze together. Lower the lower back all the way to the ground and lift both legs at the same time. Bend the right knee and take the ankle to the back of the knee in a figure four. Give it a little bit of a lift in the hips and roll forward. Right shin comes down, left foot goes down. You can use that right hand to lift onto the knee. This is like it's a jujitsu thing. We take it back down, so it's good hip mobility too. Lower back down, back to legs up. Try the other side. Left knee bends, ankle to the back of the knee. Do a little hip pop, roll forward. Yep. Yeah, shin down, knee down. Yeah, one knee is down, other ankle. There's about a foot separation there. Lower back down. And then we're just simply gonna try that back and forth. Ankle to the back of the knee, roll forward, shin down, foot down. And just getting that feeling of what that does for the hips. Oh, so many feelings. Nice. Okay, roll it up to boat pose. So roll back, roll forward. Next up, stay there. Next up, we do that same thing, except not stopping here. We go hands down, lift the back leg standing splits, or lift the back legs half moon, or lift that back legs handstand. We're gonna take it one at a time. We'll do standing splits first. So lower to the ground slowly. In fact, lift your hands over your head, reach back. Then hugging the lower belly in, lift the legs, both at the same time. Bend the right knee, figure 4. Give it a little hip lift, roll forward, right shin, left foot, hands down, standing splits, lift that back leg, hold it. You can walk the hands back, practice balance, relax the head. No surprise here, this is called the rolling series. Good, then place that entire knee and shin down about a foot from the heel. Lower it down, sit. Legs come forward, roll down. Hands overhead, do it again. Lift both legs at the same time. Bend the left knee, ankle to the back of the knee. Give it a little lift to help you roll forward. Shin and foot down, hands down. Lift that back leg. Standing splits. Walk the hands back, maybe closer to that right foot. And then place the knee and the shin and the ankle down. Sit down, over behind the leg. Both legs forward. Roll down, it's a lot of rolling down. Reach the hands back. Each time now, we're gonna lift both legs, squeeze the abs in. Right knee bends, half moon this time. Little hip lift, roll forward. Right hand left hand stays down, right arm goes up, open the hips. Try to get light in that left hand. Fingertips on the ground. You could even come up a little bit. And a slow closing in. So you're an unblooming flower. Pull inward, hands both down, knee comes down. Sit back, roll back, reach back. Both legs up. Bend the left knee. Half moon on the side, roll forward. Good, and lower back down. Now come into your resting pose, which is boat pose, your resting pose for today. So this next one is going to be handstand. So I also want to give you a little bit of time if you would like to move your mat against a wall and try it. So if middle of the room is not cool for you or not into it, we would be here against a wall, and this wall is concrete. You can kick it as much as you want. So you're welcome to play. But we are actually only going into this, the half, the L shape. So not all the way up. Okay. Oh, middle of the room, huh? Okay, let's do it. Lower down. I'll give you a little bit of time. Reach back, ample wall space. Lift both legs. Right knee bends. Roll forward. Hands down, lift that back leg. You can stay in standing splits or bend that bottom leg. Look forward in front of the fingertips. Lift off. And it might be a couple hops. It might be just a hold or a stay in half splits, standing splits. Nice. Teresa, look forward, beyond your fingers. Yeah. Yeah, hey. There you go. And we're back down. Knee comes down. Sit back, roll back. Lift the legs one more. Actually, we've got two more, but this one, last one for our roll forward, right and left sides. Roll forward, bending that left knee, hands down. One side might be easier than the other. Half splits, or look forward, lift onto the tippy toes of that right foot. That might be where you are today. Press into the hands, lots of weight. Or bend that bottom leg, add a little hop. There we go. Nice job, Teresa. Doing things. At least you get a little flush, pink in the cheeks, and a little, whew. And we take it back down, knee down. Roll back. We have one more, but it's our transition. Reach back. Lift the legs both at the same time. Bend the knees a lot, as if you were hugging these. In fact, hug your knees. Hug them. Then open the knees, keep the toes together. Reach the hands up, taking the knees and squeezing the arms, the triceps or the elbows. This is the pose we're headed to, except flipped, okay? Got it? Awesome. Hug the knees, roll back, roll forward, squat, hands down, lift, look forward. Actually, it's a wide base. So it's low, crow pose, low, not much core strength. So it's a low, hands wide, elbows bent, gaze forward. And then the toes come down, we come into our squat pose. Out of breath yet? A little bit? Okay. All right, what's next? Oh, just pause for a moment. That's what's next. In fact, forward fold, just come out into this relaxed, shake out the head. Because what's coming up next, you'll appreciate this release. Could rebend the knees coming into your squat. All right, what's next is called animals. It's the animal series. And there's different animal movements we will do. The little bit, like right before we come to this cool down, it's this last kick of like uplifted, feel good feelings. Your quads will burn. So enjoy it. It's about 2 minutes long, 2 to 3 minutes. The first movement is called a leaping leopard. I'll demo it and the variation. Hands come down, feet come down, press into the hands and feet, lift and turn, half a turn. Variation, step, step. Next, I gotta show you the next one though, it's gorilla. So we're sweep, jump forward. You can also do that going backwards. Okay, staying low. So those two movements. We get to jump, half a turn, go to the back of the mat with a gorilla, jump half a turn, go to the back. So we do those two movements 4 times, okay? Hands down, turn, 180 degrees. Yeah. Sweep the hands and come to the back of the mat. Gorilla. And do it again, half a turn, leaping leopard. Sweep the hands, gorilla. We need some higher intensity music for this, but pretend it's going on. And do it again. And sweep, gorilla. One more time, leaping leopard. Gorilla to the front. Okay, got that? Next 2 movements, crocodile and fighting gorilla. Goes like this. You jump back, chaturanga, crocodile. Fighting gorilla. Something like that. Okay, cool. So jump back. So a variation of this one We can step, opposite hand, opposite foot, or without bending the elbows so much, jump. And then jump forward, squat. Leaping leopard to the back. Gorilla. Jump back to chaturanga, crocodile. Jump. Jump forward, squat. Leaping leopard. Woo, to the front. Pause. Pause. The most active I've ever been in my yoga practice in a long time. Okay, we're gonna turn to the side, so you have to leaping leopard to the side. Oh, quads. Okay. I wonder if I could share. You'll have to look this way. So it's opposite hand starts, and we do a little shuffle. Opposite hand across your mat, shuffle. It's called chimpanzee. So try it a few times, back and forth. Trying to keep your butt down low. A lot of times in these classes, I will have, not now, but I'll have people do like down and back across the room or in a circle around the room. It's fun sometimes. Okay. Now hold at the back of the mat. Last one I'm gonna go through, it's called spinning monkey. Looks like this. Hands up. Or hands down and just sort of step, 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 step. And you gotta face the same way. Step, 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 step. Or a little cartwheel. And just try it, see what happens.
What's the first one again?
Hands up, it's a cartwheel with the knees bent. Yeah. If we pair the two of those, but instead, we're just testing them out. So you do a spinning monkey, chimpanzee, spinning monkey, chimpanzee. Leaping leopard, gorilla. Okay, child's pose. There you go. Hi, quads. Okay, that was like 4 minutes. Extended just a little bit. Okay, take your knees a little wider, about hip distance. Then reach the hands back towards your heels. We are now to our cool down, just so you know. Cool down portion. Tuck the chin, and your hands can be on your lower back or your heels. As you start to rise, we're lifting to camel pose. It's called flowering lotus. So my hands are gonna stay on my lower back, round and kind of roll up until you get to the top where you roll the shoulders back and open your heart. Stretch the quads. And then look down, tucking the chin just slightly, and come back down to your child's pose, reaching to the back, or rabbit pose. Do that 2 more times, flowering lotus. So take your own time with it. And when we get back to child's pose, pause, resting your hands wherever is comfortable. Good, rising back up, let's just swing the legs around. So showing you what we're doing, very similar to our rolling, except we're coming into pigeon with that roll. So we roll down to the floor. Now you kind of know what's going on. So you roll down to the floor. Legs go up, try both at the same time. Bend the right knee, take the ankle to the back of the knee. We're rolling forward to pigeon pose, sweeping that left leg around. So we do a little lift and then roll forward, but don't bend that left knee, keep it extended forward. And we bring it around all the way, half moon shape. And then extending that back leg. Yeah. And 3 times you go up and down. So we take a deep breath in, pressing into the fingertips, and then melt the heart and forehead down, exhale. Stay on the fingertips, press back up, inhale. Exhale, lower. One more time, lift, inhale. Exhale, crawl it down. This time, hold it. Okay, let's walk back up. Lean to the right side, lift that back leg, bring it around. Both legs forward, roll down. So much core strength in this practice today. It's great. Lift both legs. Bend the left knee. Figure 4, ankle to the back of the right knee. Roll forward. Knee down in line with that left shoulder. Right leg around. Lean to the side to help that extension. Fingertips down outside the shoulders. Exhale, lower down. We do 3 up and downs. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time, lift. And lower and crawl it all the way down. Lift back up, lean to the left side. Back leg picks up, we will bring it around in that circle. By water. This time we get to stay on the ground. So roll it down. Plop. Hug the knees in for a second. And then place the feet down about hip distance apart. We're heading to bridge pose. Palms towards the heels, but instead of just popping up to your bridge, really slowly feel each vertebrae lift off. So you tuck the tailbone, pulling the belly in, shortening from pubic bone to sternum, and start to press and rise, peeling slowly up, peeling your back off the ground, and then shoulders squeezing to connect, feeling if the quads activate or maybe the glutes squeeze. And then taking a variation, you can do the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, or make it a shelf with the hands. Okay, releasing those hands. We're going to separate the shoulders and slowly lower down. Reconnecting one piece at a time. And then the legs will go straight up. We've done a lot of this rolling motion today. If your body is up for it, shoulder stand. You can stay with the hips on the floor or press into those elbows. Lift the hips up over shoulders, hands to the low back, shoulders stand. And slowly taking those feet way behind you, plow pose. Bend your knees and then reach back towards your feet. Grab onto your feet, the outsides of the feet or the insides, doesn't matter. Roll yourself down, bending the knees. Happy baby pose. We have not nearly done enough twists, so we'll at least do one more here. Hug the knees in once more and draw the knees down to one side in your version of a spinal twist. You can wrap up the legs, one knee leg, both knees drop. And then bring the legs up and over to the other side. Switch to your twist. And bring the legs back up to the top. Give your knees one more squeeze in. And then we surrender. Savasana. The work is done. This is our yogi warrior practice. And it's at this time that the battle is complete. We can let go. So let's reconnect with the breath, with this moment, letting go of that which no longer serves us. Take a deep breath in and wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then your ankles and your wrists, and move your head side to side. Give yourself that long, reaching, good morning type of stretch. And roll onto your side with bent knees. And then using your top hand to help press you back up. Let's lift back up to a seated pose where we began. Either easy seated pose or on the knees. Yeah, let's take one big sweeping inhale, reach up, hands up. And then the hands come down to your heart. One more breath. Inhale, thumbs press to the center. And then let it go. Thank you so much for sharing in your yoga practice tonight. Have a great evening. Namaste.